are actually superheroes. See, the underlying premise of a superhero is they get dressed up in really cool clothes, go out into the community, and they strike just when the world thinks there is no answer. Peter Drucker, who's often referred to as the father of management, explains, the primary task of leadership is to create an alignment of strengths toward a goal in such a way that weaknesses are irrelevant. That sounds pretty superhero-esque to me. What makes a superhero is their blatant disregard for the end of their story, but solely focusing on the amazing feats they can perform to save someone else in their universe. I find Batman very intriguing, also known as Bruce Wayne. When I looked at who Bruce really is, it said this, quote, a well-to-do American, intellectual, and philanthropist. I found that especially interesting considering our very own Susan Bulkley Butler, who's with us, a former university trustee, is also described as a well-to-do American, intellectual, and philanthropist. In fact, in 2002, she retired as the first female managing partner at Accenture. And then there's Thor. Thor's thing is thunder. Thor can summon elements of a storm like rain, wind, snow, and water. And that sounds like Gina Wheelbaker to me. She's also here with us today, and she's a civil engineer focusing on water resources. That sounds even harder than what Thor did. It's definitely time to mention Hulk. The Incredible Hulk is described as a brilliant warrior, or more simply, just very, very strong. Brenda Johnson, who's here with us, is the Director of Development at the Greenleaf Center in Atlanta. Her center focuses on servant leadership. Her organization aims to enrich the lives of individuals, build better organizations, and create a more caring and just world. Nobody weak can be fighting that fight. We can't forget the plight of Iron Man. Iron Man had people that wanted him to use his talents to build weapons of mass destruction. Instead, he created a powerful suit of armor that saved his life and the lives of many others. We all know that words can be very powerful weapons, which leads me to a very strong correlation between Iron Man and Shannon Walker. Shannon will be joining us later, and she received her master's degree from Purdue and is now the Director of Strategic Communication for Purdue Libraries, using her skills to create messages that won't destroy, but will further the mission of our beloved Purdue. What would our conversation about superheroes be if we didn't talk about Spider-Man? Spider-Man is known for his agility, his ability to tell entertaining and cunning stories and jokes, his likelihood to cling to all that he encounters. That description sums up Angie Clinton, author and advertising copywriter who uses her web to connect us all through the Dean's Bible that we received last night. And finally, Wolverine. Wolverine is quite the superhero. Wolverine possesses very keen senses, a healing factor that allows him to recover quickly, and an indestructible skeleton. There's a Boilermaker in the room named Sarah, or Sally, Watlington. She graduated from Purdue in 1960, and she's a retired captain of the U.S. Navy. She likely put her indestructible skeleton to use, as she was the first female executive officer in an ROTC unit at Purdue University. So I know by now, you two must agree, that Purdue women, most specifically, are superheroes.